Hi guys, my name's Dawn. I'm a mum of 3 children. Two are autistic and one has learning difficulties, possibly autism, we don't know, might have been misdiagnosed. I've been married to my husband Jeff and life is quite chaotic and energetic over times. I thought I would start doing some videos just to see how things, to try and help people if I can, and possibly people help me because that's what I want. I'm sure there's many people in my positions that really struggle, and I just want to try and help if I can, just to make things better, for you to realise we're all going through the same thing. The stress that must be going through at the moment, getting ready for school, or in their case, school and not school. Long story. I can't go into it in the moment, but too much, but it's very complicated. And it's just how the different things we do, perhaps techniques we do right, perhaps techniques we do wrong. The friction that can be between siblings because each other's needs sets off the others. I'm sure you've all been through that. And sensory needs are a big thing in our house. All of them are sensory overload. The eldest and the youngest, Molly and Joseph, need so many sensory toys. Joseph gets sensory overload from too much noise. He doesn't like background noise. He likes to be in a quiet classroom out of the way. He doesn't like to be in any busy and closed in. Molly struggles with the same sort of things, but she's always got things to fiddle in her pockets, bits hanging of her scent. She's got silkies, old nighties that are silky that she carries around in her hands, always carrying them around. She's into Reborns. If you're into Reborns, she has her own channel which you can go to, which is Molly Dowsett, and she has an Instagram as well, which is I think it's called My Girlish Tribe, but I might be wrong. But if you're into Reborn, she's got loads of them. She loves them. They are her grounding thing. We have grounding toys here. Oh, not toys, grounding things. Because when anything goes wrong, we've got to ground. I'm sure a few of you know what that means. And going back to basics, as probably you've all been through with autism, late diagnosis, which she was very late. Molly was very late, 14. It's really difficult with girls, but I have been going on for many, many years saying, was there anything else that could be going on? She's been under CAMHS since the age of 8, which proved, and before that, there were still things. Why was she energetic? 6 years old in year 1, she did a cartwheel across the classroom floor. Don't know why, but she did. And I thought that was a bit odd at the time, but apparently, teacher told me, but apparently that's not really made, big thing. These are just things that we do, and when they're on their own, they don't seem much, but put them together, they turn out to be a big thing. And it's not until you sit down and look at them all together that you realise how big they are. Anyway, that was a quick introduction to the family. Forgot about the animals. We animal mad. Jamie is our total animal lover. We have a dog, Harry, who's going to hopefully be trained up to help Molly get out a bit more, be a bit more independent, because her autism has made her very withdrawn from people, even though she's trying to improve that now. And then we have 3 guinea pigs. We have Jet. Yeah, he's a terror of the family. He's had to be separated from the other 2 because he decided to bite one's ear off, and whenever they go together, he gets very territorial. So he's the youngest, but he sort of grown up and come into his teens, and he's arguing over who's going to be in charge. So he's had to be separated, unfortunately. Then you have the other two, which are Fluffy, who's a bit of a misfit. Bless him, he's got wild hair. He suits our family perfectly. Our pets suit our family perfectly. And then we've got a ginger one called Luke. They're very loosely related to Star Wars. Sometimes we call Fluff, especially my dad calls Fluff Chewbacca, because that's what he looks like. But it seems like our animals just are just like us, totally are alive. You know, they are totally Jamie's. Whenever Jamie has a bad day at school, something goes wrong, he sits. He's always sat down on the doorstep and talked to the dog, told him all his problems. Harry's always sat there and listened quite happily, as if, you know, taking the world to rights, helping him put the world to rights, and listening. The guinea pigs, he does the same. He absolutely is animal mad. Jamie really struggles with people of his own age, his peers, but certainly animals are his life. Anyway, that was just a quick introduction to our family. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, whether it's going to be daily vlog, or whether it's going to be weekly catch up, or more weekly. But if you're interested and you've got autism and you've got questions and you've got advice, I'll take any advice I can get. I will, you know, I'm really interested in it. And this is just a bit of an introduction, and we'll see how we go. I know there's a lot of people out there, and a lot of us that are afraid to speak out. Molly has been really affected by mental health, and that is really what she promotes on her not on her Facebook, but on her YouTube account, because she has been through so many different pieces, and it's really important to support your children and be there to listen. With mental health, please don't be afraid to talk about it. It's a real big thing. I know this isn't going off a bit, but it so affects our family. I'm sure there's a lot of you that have the same thing: school refusal, loads of things. You just don't know what to talk about. It's really a hard subject to talk about, and it's a hard subject to talk about with our children, with our friends, about anything, our own family, partners. We've got to talk about mental health. Mental health with autistic children and families is pretty hard, because there's so many other things linked, and it takes a long time to identify it as well. Well, that's us for now, but hope it's okay and you want to join me and follow me. Okay, bye.